Hello, Taurus. It is AD with kayxztarot. I'm going to be doing your March 2020 reading, guys. So thank you so much, Taurus. You guys really touched my soul with that March reading. I'm so grateful. You guys were my biggest jump. You guys literally made my birthday possible, my birthday wish come true to get to 20K. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And shout out to all those very special Taurus who took the plunge and decided to get a personal reading with bitch. You know what I'm saying? Most of my readings are live, so I got to meet a lot of beautiful, wonderful people. Some of the funniest conversations I have had. So thank you, Taurus, for bringing the humor, and we are going to get into it, guys. If you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, please check out that description box below on information on how to book it. Follow your bitch on Instagram. She been posting, okay? She been posting. So follow me on Instagram. I also post like really funny memes if you're like a meme person. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, Taurus, let's get into it. So it's funny because I actually started your reading and I got a phone call from my sister. So some of you might get some phone calls, but I just decided to start it all over again. But I do want to say, I bet the message will be similar. But it really started off about talking about kind of that connection that we were talking about last month, where some of you guys have come to the conclusion that yes, it's real. Yes, it's there. You feel a deeper tie to them. Maybe even you've had conversations or you've had those heart to hearts. But you also found out and realized that it is not time. It's not time. It's actually not possible right now for this person to give to you in the way that you're wanting them to, because they are sorting through their own, here we go, Ten of Wands. They're sorting through their own issues, and quite literally, and there's enough respect for you to not drag you along in it. You're dealing with somebody who's solo dolo. There was a lot of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, particularly Pisces and Scorpio energy. So if you're connecting with that type of energy, this person is the type to shut themselves out and deal with this Ten of Wands inwardly, and you now are understanding of that. And so Spirit is asking you to turn your attention and direct it back to self, direct it back to your work, direct it back to love. And with that energetic exchange of you loving yourself in the most cheesy way, loving yourself first, putting yourself first, that is going to be the pull, because that inherently helps them do the same, right? If you're connected. So it's kind of like you got to do the hard part. Right, and we have the 10 of Wands to the 4 of Wands. So a lot of passion. I'm not sure if this is going to be a love reading. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a specific love reader. I just read what I see. I cause it like I sees it. So we'll see what this has to do. But when I did start that last reading, it did seem to talk about focusing on work, but kind of as a distraction to love, because there's nothing that you can do in your love life. All right, so here we got the 7 of Cups. Okay, so a lot of confusion, a lot of things up in the air. This Mercury retrograde has been taking people out, fucking people up. You know what I'm saying? People have been going like quite all over the place. So I feel like you obviously are not missing that. Taurus with the 7 of Cups here. So let's see where we are. Yep, 2 of Pentacles. A lot of decisions to be made. A lot of decisions, the Queen of Wands. And I feel like it has to deal with the protection of your heart. And bigger than that, your essence. Okay? I don't know. I just heard the word like your avatar, like who you are as you're like going through life. I feel like there might be like a protected reputation image. Maybe some of you, okay, this is a really specific message. Some of you might be in the midst of trying to really be on your Rihanna shit. You know what I'm saying? Get that bag, get that coin, get that recognition, clout, fame, whatever it is that you're seeking. Even if it's not that, you're just trying to get some sort of recognition for something that you're doing, something that you feel like you've been blessed with and is your calling. And there's this need to protect it. And that could come from just people, haters, just negative energy coming towards you. But I feel like you have been taking the time to kind of sort through that with the 7 of Cups here. And the 2 of Pentacles, sorry. With the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like you've been sorting through this kind of confusion. But it's to defend, right? So we got the 9 of Swords, the Magician card, the 4 of Wands. I was going to say 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, Justice, and the Page of Wands. Okay, Taurus. You can't just will it into existence. And this is coming from a Taurus moon. Like I've been saying, you know, I'm a Taurus moon. I get this energy. I totally do. But with this 9 of Swords to the Magician card, as powerful as you are, my bull, as powerful as in as great as you are, you cannot force the process. You cannot rush anything. You could be on your best manifestation shiz that has ever existed on this planet. You can hold your crystals every day. You could pray. You could be faithful in trying to manifest, in particular, this connection, this relationship, this marriage, if you will. It's not going to come until it's ready to come. That's just period. It's not going to be premature in any way, Taurus. So I feel like you can't will it into existence. This is you leaving it up to spirit, you know, you leaving it up to spirit and praying for that, praying for the other half of what it is that you want, because you've done your part. You know, now it's the universe that's coming in to bring balance and justice into the situation. Okay. I do see the potential of marriage here. I do see a lot of give and take. I really feel that there's going to be fairness, not only from this individual or from the situation, but there's going to be fairness from the universe. You're getting something that you truly deserve. And with this Page of Wands here, I'm really getting that it's a new beginning. There's a lot of fresh starts, but it's just not happening in the timing that you like it to with this 9 of Swords here. And that's really what's causing the friction. Meanwhile, you're still trying to defend your honor and yourself and what it is that you bring into the table. And again, like I said, your essence, King of Pentacles here. So it could be connecting with a Taurus, a fellow Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But I'm also just like, there is a stubbornness, but this is good and it's useful. All right. It's just one of those things where like your stubbornness is being misdirected. Okay. If you're putting it into willing this situation to work, right? Whatever it may be, whatever this situation that you want for stability, you have to know, Taurus, that you find it in yourself first, and then you're providing the foundation. Here's the thing, Taurus. I don't know what other aspects you have in your chart. Some of you probably, just because if you're connecting with me, I assume that you're probably like a Taurus with some other prominent water placement, either sun, not sun, but rising Venus, Mars. Ooh, excuse me. Hold on. I have a coffee. I'm sorry. I need, my throat. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Something could be with the throat chakra, you know what I'm saying? So speaking, so it might be hard to communicate. Miscommunications coming in. All right. Okay. But like I was saying, some of you have been, if you've been putting that stubborn energy into willing a exciting new passionate relationship, but it's time for you to put it in yourself. That's what I was saying. I'm sorry, I lost myself. Anyways, you are the stable one, Taurus. You are the stable one. You might not recognize that because, again, if you have other water placements, you might feel like you're the emotional one. You're the one who's just, you know, all over the place, you know, and in some cases, in aspects of your life, you are. But as far as like being, having your shit together, even when it's not together, you still have some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, very rarely are you going to catch a Taurus just completely down and completely out. They're always resourceful. So with that being said, you are the foundation. That is that Hierophant energy. You're the foundation. So that makes you have to lay the foundation in order for this person to come towards you. They're not going to be able to lay the foundation, particularly if you're dealing with a water sign sun. That's not their mission, to lay the foundation in a steady place and all the other stuff where people can come and gather. That's you. So it would behoove you to work on yourself and build that foundation so they can come into. And I know it might seem like, well, that's not fair. That's a lot of work, yada, yada, yada. And I would say and agree with you. But the thing is you're going to do it anyway, whether this person hops on board with you or not. You're not going to be out. You're not going to be down and out. So instead of trying to, again, force this situation to happen sooner than it is, all right, take that energy and put it into setting a foundation for yourself. And then that person is going to see you as stable because they're craving stability. So if you're looking at them to save you from yourself, they can't right now. And that's the problem. They're like, I can't save you from you. Like, I can't even, there's a Drake line. It's like, you can't even figure out what's going on with you. How are you supposed to figure out how are you supposed to figure out what I'm going through when you can't even figure out what's going on with you? It's literally that. They're like, I can't help you right now. And so with that being said, Taurus, channel that energy, just redirect it. Sorry. That was a rant with a lot. So we got the Devil, the Five of Swords here, the Moon card, the High Priestess, and the Lovers. Let's talk about blocked communication. Yeah, the Devil's working hard. It's weird because I feel like the communication in the 3D is very tense, but the communication in the 5D is not much better, but it's there, if that makes sense. So there's telepathic communication. You guys certainly feel each other. Like, you can feel these presences. It's almost as like you can like speak to them. It's almost as like you can carry on a conversation with them, almost if they're not there, just because like energetically you're linked. I mean, you got the Devil and the Lovers card pairing with all this in the middle. Look at that. Look at that. Look at what's look at what's happening here. Okay, so this is a real deep thing that's going on, Taurus, and it has to deal with past life situations, past lives karmas. But I do want to share a story with you, Taurus. So one day I was sitting, not one day, and it wasn't even a night. I don't even know. Sometimes you just start talking and you're just like, wait, what was I saying? Actually, it was at night and I was in the bed. So that's what I was doing. I was asleep, actually, and knocked out, minding my business. And then all of a sudden, I heard like this very distinct whisper, and I couldn't make out what they were saying, but I got scared like because I was scared. Like, what if I'm sitting over there like, what are you saying? And then they said something bad. I was like, I don't want to hear anything bad. So I forced myself to wake up, but the voice was like, it was so loud. And after I woke up and processed it, it wasn't really an intimidating voice. It was just very jarring. And so some of you guys, that is that 5D miscommunication. For some of you, where like you're feeling like I heard something, but it wasn't quite clear, because I feel like this person has something to say. Right, the cat got their tongue. Like they want to communicate, and they're like, it's at the tip of their tongue, and they're about to break up and say it, but they can't. But energetically, they're so tied to this connection. They're pulling at you. And so at night, the dreams are vivid. So you have to be careful not to be lured in, by darker energies. That stuff does exist. It's real. I choose to stay in the positive, but it's real. So be careful about who it is that you're communicating with. That's why I woke up. That's why I jolted myself up, because I was just like, I don't know who that was. But it's a good chance that it is the person that you're connecting with, if I would say they have some dominant water placements, because water energies are able to do that, right? So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, somewhere dominant placement, that would be more likely, just because that's probably where you're reaching out. Pisces, Cancer here, okay? But there is a lot of miscommunication. But the thing is, and I'm being pulled to the Justice card, but the flip side of that is the connection's there. The connection's there. That's the one thing that you know, all right? The one thing that you know from last month to right now is that there is a connection here. You know that this person gives a damn. You know that you give a damn. You guys know, you both know that you're invested into something. Now, what that something is going to manifest into is where we are having this 5 of Swords miscommunication, and where this 9 of Swords is coming out, because it's just like, well, what's exactly happening? And the answer is the devil's happening, which is good, because it's going to cause a transformation. They are getting rid of their shackles. You did it a little bit before them. You're a little ahead, because again, you're the Taurus. You set the foundation. You set the precedent. So you got to lead by example here with the King of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, so we got the 3 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the Page of Swords, and we have the 10 of Cups. So 2 ways, Taurus, if you left a job, you quit a job, you left a job, and you were wondering if they're thinking about you, if they miss you, you are missed. They are wondering where you are. They are checking up on you on social media, seeing if you got a new job, seeing if you're elsewhere. With the 3 of Pentacles here, this could also have to deal with, if it wasn't a job, then it would be like a community that you were invested in. So it could have been like a collective of some sort. Like if you were like a biker gang, or if you were like a cyclist people and you left the cycling, you know, some sort of organization with the Three of Pentacles here. But kind of going, but if this is piggybacking off of the message from the Four, this person is certainly spying on you with the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. I mean, this is like the biggest I'm spying on your ass combo on the planet, okay? So they're trying to see who you're with, particularly. They want to know who you're with. I feel like this person is very possessive of you, and I'm being called again to the King of Pentacles, and I am seeing the High Priestess here. This person is very possessive of you, and they feel your energy. If you're with someone else, they feel it. Like, they know when you're talking to people, like, it's like a little, like, goes off. And I don't think, and I'm telling you this now, I don't think that that's going to go away. But this person just is able to pick up on your vibrations, and they know when you're not tuned into them. They know when you're tuned into something else. And I feel like if you tuning into something else could be work, right? They're like, it could be work, but it also could be someone new. So that's why they're kind of doing overtime to be like, is this a work situation? Like, what are they doing? So it's a real nosy kind of situation. But with this Ten of Cups here, it's out of love. They want happiness with you. They just want to make sure that you're not invested into anything else that could supersede them when they come in, if that makes sense. This is so shady. This is this is so shady. Oh my gosh. And the reason why it's shady is because they're not ready yet, and they know they're not ready yet, right? But they feel like it's worth fighting for. The Seven of Wands here. They still want to put in effort and energy into the situation. The Two of Wands. They're looking forward to the future with a certain clarity. They're fighting for the future, and so they want to know what you're doing in the present, if that makes sense, because they know that they can't be here right now, but they want to make sure that their spot is secure. The shoe is kind of flipped now, so it's just like you were on this path where, like, you didn't know if they liked you, you didn't know if they really gave a shit. You were just kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm going through this situation. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to come into contact with me. I don't know when it's going to, the Nine of Swords energy for that Four of Wands. Now you've accepted it. You're like, okay, cool, peace, spirit. I understand now. I get it. I can't force this relationship. They have some stuff to work on. Great. Now they're like, shit, I have some stuff to work on. But does she like me? Does she give a shit? Because she seems to be that she's doing her own thing. She's popping, or he's popping. He's doing his own thing. What am I supposed to do? Where am I going? I know I got to get my shit together in order for it to work out. But if I take too long, it's going to take time. But I can't take too long in order to get this right. But I want to get it right. So it's like it's a back and forth. But again, if you focus on your future with clarity, let them figure it out on your own the way that you did. The same epiphany that you had where you were just like, I need to release it. It is going to work out. It's the same epiphany that they're going to have. They're just getting their coin. If they're not focused on anybody else, then, they said that they like me. Right. The Empress. And it has to deal with, again, piggybacking off of that thought, it has to deal with, it's not even that they are concerned about you being a flirt or like being out there. That really... Yes, it would bother them, but they don't want you to not have a good time. The thing is that they know you're attractive. They know you're hot. They know you're wanted. They know you got that sensuality, and they are nervous that somebody else is going to come in before they're done with their work. That's their biggest fear right now. That's why that devil energy is there, and that's why they're trying to somehow ask you to wait, but their pride or their fears are not letting them do it in the 3D. So they're just thinking about it so hard, like that it's like kind of coming through in like this like if you were on a walkie-talkie and it's just like a wait, please, like it's so freaking staticky because they can't bring themselves to do it because again, it's their own fears, because they're like, I don't want to ask somebody to wait for me, and then it ends up not working out, and then they waited for nothing. That'd be terrible. So it really is a respectable fear. It's really kind of sweet, but it's annoying, but it really is out of respect for the connection. And again, I'm being pulled to the Ten of Cups. They just want you to be happy, the Chariot, and they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of your happiness, but they just are under the perception right now that where they are in their life and what it is that they're working on is not going to best serve the connection. Okay. So yeah, we got the Judgment card, the Death card, the Six of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is exactly what I just described. You focus on yourself. You focus on your coin, all right? You get into that Virgo energy. You perfect your world. You perfect your gilded cage. You build what you want for yourself. You focused on you. You let this person come to their own conclusions and make their own changes because they have a lot to go through, and they understand that. They're going to be successful. They're going to have victory in it with the Six of Wands to the Four of Cups, and they're going to come straight to you. That's the first thing that they're going to do. If this person hit the lottery tomorrow, the first person that they call their mom, they call their dad, then they're calling you and they're like, listen, I'm ready. What are you doing? I'm marrying you. You know, and I'm being, again, pulled to the Empress. Like, they're just like, I have money now. I'm taking you around the world. Where do you want to go? I just want to be in your, I just want to be in your presence. Okay. Nine of Cups to the Knight of Wands. That's what I'm saying. The wish fulfillment, like there's wish fulfillment on both ends from you, Taurus, and it's a really beautiful thing. It's really cute, and it's like this feels like teenage fever. You know, it really is like this teenage fever thing because you're gonna get what you want. I'm also being pulled here to the Knight of Wands. If you guys are at a distance, I'm hearing that you might be able to see this person like you wanted. Like, there might be a really quick trip. It might establish a lot of things, but it's not going to, you're not going to be together afterwards. It'll be like a really but it's not hit it and quit it. It's just like, hey, I just happen to be in the same place that you're in for a day, for a night. Let's chill. It ends up being all that, bag of chips, fireworks. I mean, all of it round up into one. And then there's a separation. I feel like there is an opportunity for a really quick, unexpected trip here, that will bring this to a close, because for the first time you will be in the same energy together where you both can kind of really be in person to sign that contract, if that makes sense, to officially sign that contract, that soul contract. It's just enough time for that. It's just enough time to seal the deal, if you will, and then you part. Interesting. You have to let me know how that resonates. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's just travel is involved. Yeah, the World card and the Three of Cups, but it'll come back around. This is just a really quick night or weekend or something. But there's just so much movement that's going to be happening. There's so much movement that's going to be happening possibly over the next 3 months with this Three of Cups here. But it does result in reunification. It does result in coming back together. But again, you just got to sign that contract in person. So some of you guys will be, if that's what you've been trying to manifest and you've been asking Spirit to give you some alone time with this person, I feel like you're going to get it. And it's going to be, with the Nine of Cups there, it's going to be, words won't even describe what Spirit has in store for you and this person. But just know that it's fleeting, but it's fleeting for a reason, because the transformation is not done yet. And for some of you guys, oh God, this is so crazy. But for some of you guys, it's going to happen in the 5D realm, where you're going to have like an extremely vivid dream about this person, where you guys, where it's not going to be the block communication, where the walkie-talkie finally makes that connection, and you're going to have a really deep conversation, damn near telepathically, guys. I've experienced this before. It's possible, and I have experienced this before. So I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass, and you can tell the difference between those dreams. But I feel like this person's really going to come to you in a dream state and be like, I need you. I want you. And after that happens, I feel like then they're going, very shortly thereafter, they're going to contact you in the 3D. Whew, that was so much. Oh my God. Oh, my heart shot, like my chest just got so tight. Like, I'm just like, it's a heart. There's like a blockage here. And I can't tell if it's from like you. I feel like it's from you and that person. 7 of Pentacles. Patience. You got to be patient with this person. This person's heart chakra is very, very blocked. It's very, 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 very blocked. Pray for their healing. Pray that Spirit aids them, because they really are in a very difficult time. 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They really are in a very difficult time. They've gone through the Night of the Soul. You've done this before. And for a lot of you guys, you're the feminine energy. So Feminine energy handles this a bit differently because it's attack on ego, but it's a different place of our ego when you suffer ego deaths. You know, specifically, this was an ego death. This person has gone through an ego death. It's everything that they built themselves up to, they found out was a lie. And I don't mean to be dramatic, but I do mean to be dramatic at the same time, so you understand the heftiness of what it is that they're overcoming, so you can really give them this patience because they need it. Everything that this person built themselves up on was a lie, even including their feelings for you previously. I feel like they always liked you. They always vibe with you. They always knew that there was something special about you, but they really let their fears play a bigger role in that. And the problem is they didn't even recognize that they were so distant due to fears. They changed their perception of, they just chose to focus on something else or someone else because it was comfortable for them. They didn't realize that they didn't want to get out of their comfort zone because they were scared. Now they know that. And now they feel like so stupid. They feel so dumb. And so now they're just like beating themselves up, which is, again, the Eight of Swords. Okay. Queen of Cups here. The Six of Cups. There's such a fond memory of you. It's just like they're coming to the conclusion, Taurus, for most of you guys, it's like you never gave them problems. You were like the one person who never really gave them issues. Like, you guys might have had some spats. You guys might have gone back and forth sometimes. You know, it happens to the best of us. But for the most part, you were always very kind. And anytime that they look back to the future, it just brings them so much healing. And they want to communicate that with the Eight of Swords to the Star card here. They want to communicate that, the Eight of Wands, excuse me. They want to communicate that in the past, you've really shown them nothing but loving kindness, and they want to return the favor. It's really been brought to their attention. They never really, it wasn't that they didn't notice you. It was just that they were so focused on everything else that they couldn't even begin to think about the magnitude of y'all's connection. Look at that. The Ten of Pentacles, the Tower, the Four of Pentacles, the King of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. This is confirmation for what I just said. So I'm going to run through this really quickly because this is what I just said. Their structure was taken down. Everything that they knew was a lie. Everything that they kept and held dear, they refused to step out of their comfort zone. They refused to leave, right? And it got struck down with this Tower card here. They lost everything. They pretty much had to, they hit rock bottom. They were at zero. They are at zero. This King of Wands doesn't feel like himself. Hasn't felt like himself for quite some time because he's been carrying so much baggage with the Ten of Wands here. He's just been lugging all this around, didn't even realize it until eventually he looked in the mirror and he didn't recognize himself. I feel like this person, I got such a clear vision. This person looked in the mirror and they did not recognize themselves. They did not know who they were. They did not know where they were. They didn't know who they were surrounded by. Whew. I'm sorry for this person. This is really tough. This is a really tough energy. They genuinely lost every bit of self that they had. And the only thing that crossed their mind was like spirit, love, and somebody who showed them kindness, and it was always you. It was always you. You always showed them kindness. You were always forgiving. You were always loving. You always had a healing energy. You always came with that, again, that very steady Taurus thing. Like I said, even if you were all over the place, even if you didn't know what was happening, you were shuffling or whatever, every time you were in this person's energy, you were the cool one. You've always been cool. Like, you've always been cool. You've been so cool, you went under the radar until this person was just like, no one ever. And then they either saw a picture of you, caught you on Instagram, caught you on something that were just like, but them, they never were me. So it put them in this Two of Swords situation because they don't know what to do with that. They haven't quite figured out what to do with that information with the Judgment card and the Two of Swords. They want to fix it. They want to make it work. They want to move it forward, but they're not sure. Eight of Swords, I knew it was going to come out. They're so nervous because, again, and I feel like they feel bad. Like, they feel genuinely bad about how this connection how they've been acting in this connection when they know that you were always really cool with them. And for some of you guys, you might have said it. You might have been like, you know what? You got fed up with whatever it is with this hangman energy in a sense. And you were just like, you know, I've always been cool. I've always been nice to you. Why are you giving me such a hard time? And they were just like, you know, you have always been nice to me. I don't know why I'm giving you such a hard time. I need to consider that. We got the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. But I feel like they're finally willing to leave all of it behind. They want new. They want to be a new person. I just heard, feel like a brand new person, but you make the same. Oh, but I don't care. I'm in love. Like, you know, I really feel like this person is genuinely like, I feel like a brand new person. I know so what if I make mistakes? Like, I make mistakes. I'm in love. I'm in love with this person. I want to come towards them. And the reason I say that is because the Two of Cups is here with the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Oh, wow. The Two of Cups, the Hierophant. to the Eight of Pentacles, to the Sun card. They don't care. They're in love. Not this second though. Not right now. When you're watching this video, not right now. I'm sorry. I got to keep bringing you back to the tippity top of this. I don't want you to run off because I really feel like this person again, and I'm being pulled to the Page of Cups. It's new. It's new. This is a new discovery. This is happening throughout March. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like anything is really going to happen until, look at this. It's the transition. You're not going to feel that shift. You're not going to feel that until the transition into Taurus Aries season. So we're talking about April, May. And again, I know we saw that 3 there. So that could have been when I saw the World card and the 3 of Cups. So that could be an indication that this could take about 3 months worth of a process. But as far as March is the beginning of it. March is like the start of the wheels turning, if you will. For them being like, right. The Ace of Wands just came out. Right. And I feel like, okay, and I want to say, Spirit is telling me there could be a pickup in communication. You guys could talk more. So let's say that you talked once every couple of months, like once every few months. Now you'll probably talk more than once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. Like it could be that, but it's not going to be the full connection of the relationship just quite yet. And again, we're being pulled to the Ace of Wands, which still brings me to the start of spring. So April, May, April 1st. I literally feel like some of you might get like an April Fool's or something from this person. That's what I don't know. But we got the Knight of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the Temperance, and the 3 of Wands, yeah, to the Knight of Cups. That's what I'm saying. There's so much focus on the future with this person and with you. That's why I'm like, you have to do it too. You have to do it for you. Spirit's giving you this information so you know, so you have the confirmation, so you can play this video back when you get into this 5 of Cups energy. But for the most part, it's working. It's just a slow start. But understand that just because it's slow does not mean that there's not passionate and is not going to knock your socks off when it comes through. I really feel like this is worth not necessarily waiting for, right? Like, I'm not saying stop everything, just wait, but this is worth continuing to manifest, right? As you continue focusing on your coin, it's worth continuing to manifest as a friendship or whatever. And I'm again being pulled as a Hierophant because I don't feel like this connection is going anywhere. It's locked and loaded. Now, how you guys decide to let it unfold, you always have free will. So if you meet somebody in a coffee shop next week and they are available now and they start pursuing you, then that's fine too. We start off with the 7 of Cups, so that easily could happen. There could easily be other people who are coming in who are viable candidates to some sort of long-term commitment for you, Taurus. So it's up to you. This situation here has been real dramatic. It's been up and down. It's you know, it's happened, it's not, you've been waiting for it, for the ships to come in. The ship is going to come in, whether you're on it or not. This person, even if you enter into a new relationship, I'm telling you, they'll still be like, so I'm ready now. Like, so when are you coming? And you're just like, oh, I'm happy now. And they're like, okay, that's nice, but like, when are you coming? Like, do I have to get the ticket, or, you know, when? They don't care. So it's just one of those things where you can use this energy, focus on you, focus on your coin, let, you know, the flirt come in. There's nothing wrong with a couple dinners here and there, but just at the same time, understand when this person comes calling, will you be ready? And that's up to you. You know, you always have free will. Ooh, sorry, my lash. Like, the hair get caught in it? All right. Whew, sorry. But we just have this overall focus on the future with the 5 of Cups here to the 10 of Pentacles. There are burdens again, but it's being balanced out. It's really weird because there's so much talk about the future, right? There's so much talk about the future, and I mean that, but it's about strategizing now for the future. So it's long-term planning, okay? With this 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands to the Knight of Cups here. Be present, right? Be present. See that Spirit is working through you every day, all the blessings that are coming into you, all that other stuff, but be strategic about what you want moving forward. And this has to deal with your passion, your career too. Particularly if any of you are artists, are doing anything like a passion project, something that you love, nonprofit work, something like that. But just know that this connection is going to come in, right? The King of Swords. This person just has some figuring out to do. And they're logical, so they could have other air placements. All right. Right. They have to think it out. That's just how they process things. You know, they have to, sorry, I'm like, my lash. It's like I'm too far in the video to take it off and fix it. But the King of Swords, the Hangman, they're so deep into their head, and that's what I'm saying. They're so far into their BS that they can't just like rip it off and start all over again. They have to like get through. They have to trudge through this, and that's what's leaving them in limbo. And they know that. Like, they know that. And I respect this person. Like, they don't want to bring you into a whole bunch of hoopla and shenanigans. So they're just like, let me figure it out, and then when I'm done with it, I can come get you and me, and then it's me and you rocking and rolling with this Wheel of Fortune here to the Fool card, 10 of Swords, right? To the 4 of Swords. I just heard once this ball gets rolling, I'm sorry, I'm knowing that holding up that upside down, but it could have been upside down because this just means a delay. When the Wheel of Fortune, it's still the Great Wheel of Fortune card, but it does mean some sort of delay. But once this ball gets rolling, once this wheel starts turning, they're not even gonna they're like, I'm not gonna leave you alone. So enjoy your personal time now with the Hermit card, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Emperor. There is this period of isolation here, but I feel like a lot of you guys, it has to do with money. Either your money, they're focusing on their coin, they're focusing on what it is that they need. And that's why this person, I know I've said that they have a lot going on in their chart. Very complex individual, which is cool, which is awesome. They are very sensitive, right? They have water going for them. They're very sensitive, very telepathic, communicative, very traditional when it comes to the masculine role. They feel the need to be a provider. They're logical when it comes to dealing with emotional stuff. They just are like the divine masculine energy, and they're dealing through every single last one of them in order to make this work. But they're starting small with this Ace of Pentacles. They're starting small, and they want to come and offer you something. So they're starting on what they can control, what they can handle. Page of Cups. So their money. And until their money is cleared up, they're going to be in hiding. 9 of Wands. Until their money's cleared up, they don't like that. They don't like being broke. They really don't like being broke, and they like spoiling the people that they're with. So they want to make sure that you got what's needed. They like spoiling them themselves. Honestly, it's them. They are bougie themselves, and so they're just like, I need to make sure that I'm good, and then once I'm good, my girl can be good, my boy can be good. But until that day, don't expect for this person to be jumping over Jubilee to come see you. Like, they're just not. We got the Strength card, the King of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Cups. I love this. I love this. Okay, so I love that these are the two energies. Let him fall for you while you're focusing on you. Is pretty much the thing. That's just what has to happen. You got to focus on your end goal, your Page of Cups. You got to focus on nurturing. And you want to know what's so funny? This was the first card when I tried to pull last time, and it's the last card now. That's hilarious. But focus on nurturing yourself, your love, your fish, your creative project, what it is that you want to manifest, and let him fall in love in the distance, the Strength card. That's where your true power comes from, Taurus, at this point in time. It just comes from standing on your own 2 feet so you can tame this beast, all right? I'm getting strong Leo energy. Like I said, this person has a big ego. They're traditional, and I'm being pulled again to the Emperor card. They are a man's man. They are masculine, okay? And if they're not a man, you know, they just are embody the masculineness of that. And so you have to let them get back to this point. They're not feeling like the Emperor right now. Here at the top of March, they're not here. This is who they are. They know that this is who they are, but because of the conflicts and the things that are happening, because of the lessons that they've learned, this ego death that they've had, and honestly, not this connection, it's weird because this connection is very significant to them. It's been significant for them, but because of everything that has been happening around them, they have not been able to really give or even acknowledge it at all, which has been the frustrating part. But they're realizing it now, and it's not too late. That just wasn't their journey, you know. They're realizing it now, and now they're just like, now I know what I have to do. And so they have this really cool focus. That's why I said, if you're connecting with a Scorpio or somebody with Scorpio on the chart, they really tapped into that Plutonian energy. And they're not going to take no for an answer as far as establishing their empire. And you are the first person that they're calling, right? With the Queen of Swords here, to help them rule that empire. But they got to get it. They got to get it. Okay. So this is all about taming that beast with that Strength card. And the way that you can do that is by really focusing on you and what you got going on, and let them come your direction. Okay. Woo. Interesting reading, Taurus. So you have to let me know if that resonates. Please let me know in the comment section below. Follow me on Instagram. You know, we're going to post some more oracles and all that. And yeah, thank you so much for your continued support. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right. All right, let's get one more because I don't want to end on that. Just kidding. I want one more because I don't want to end on that. All righty, we'll take that. All right. So from this oracle deck, we got solitude and commitment. And doesn't that seem like a contradiction? But isn't that exactly what I just said? They have to do it alone. And the commitment comes from you knowing that. Your commitment's being tested. If this person is telling you, look, I'm focusing on other things, do you trust them? Do you trust this person to let them go through that situation? Are you truly committed to them? Are you committed to the idea, and are you slave to your wants and your desires of the now? Because presently, that's not it. You guys are supposed to be alone. You have a foundation to build. You have a tower to build. They have a tower to take down. And then as soon as they're done taking down those towers, they're literally going to come with their bricks and their material, and then they're going to give it to you. They're like, look, my shit fell apart, but I got some leftover brick. I still have some glue. If you need some glue, I can come help you. But, you know, they're still taking their shit apart and seeing what they have left. And they're coming for you with this commitment here and all this hearts. So that's why I'm like, I don't think that March is going to be the month where y'all come together. I don't think that this is going to be the month where it works out. I do see that there could be a potential in picking up of communication where this person is going to be a little bit more giving, and perhaps they really open up to you again, either in the 3D and in the 5 or in the 5D, where they let you know where they are so you can understand where they're coming from. Vital. But it's so important for you to focus on your education and your field of dreams. So some of you guys are in school, or some of you guys are learning something new on the job, like you're just taking on new roles, and that should be requiring your focus. That's just what we've been saying, because you have a field of dreams. You are at one of your highest points of potential. And it's not that it's a waste for you to think about this person. It's not wasteful, but it's just like you thinking about this person and again trying to force it to happen in your timeline is a waste of time. That's a waste of time because it's going to happen when it happens. So the best thing that you can do is channel that energy into planting your soil and see what blooms. Okay. And so here were the last cards where I was just like, oh Lord, let's see. So we had sad embrace, coming apart, and ride the wave. So Spirit wants me, I just feel like as I was doing this reading, you guys stuck to the video, but you wanted to click off the whole time because this is not what you wanted to hear because you knew it was the truth. But something told you, to hang in there because you knew it was the truth. You just didn't want to hear it. Thank you for being that person. Thank you for being mature and getting this full message. And it is sad. And Spirit wants you to know it is sad. They do see you. They know that it's not you. It really isn't you. And I'm sure some of you are just like, oh my gosh, why do I keep picking this? Like, I hear it. I know it. I feel it. I sense it in my being. I'm here too. I'm a Taurus moon. Trust me. I know what this is. So I know you don't want to hear it. But I want to make that the name of the video, but I want people to actually click on the video. So, but that's the real, if you made it this far, then comment the real name of this video. It's like, I know you don't want to hear it, but it's not there. You got to ride this wave. You can't control it. You can't control it. But just know that the wave that's being created is precisely the one that you want to be on. It really is for your greater good. And again, I don't see that this is not going to happen. It is going to happen. It's just not now, which should be a relief, but I understand the impatient thing is like, you want it now. You want this person now. You want to feel this person now. You want to be with this person now. You want to love them now. You want to, now. Great. Millennial, and I know my audience is older, so I hope that y'all took that as an insult. This is not a microwave love. This is not a microwave. This is a slow cooking roast, and when you finally get it out that pot, when you finally feel them juices, you got to let the aroma fill the room, let it fill up the house. You know what I'm saying? That is what it is. It really is. Let that thing cook slowly, because Taurus, food. You want it to be tender. You want it to be right. You want it to be juicy. You want it to be flavorful. So you got to let it cook. You can pop it in the microwave if you want to, but you're going to be disappointed. And you're going to stick it up. You're going to end up sticking it in the oven anyway. You don't want to hear it, but serendipity, 4-leaf clover. Lucky. Ooh. And I don't use the word lucky all the time, but it is the same thing as blessed, but blessed is also in this deck. So just pay attention for those little, I just heard that there's other things that are going to happen, even though this was very love-centered, because I feel like this is the biggest concern. And, that's obviously what attracted most of my Taurus. So I got to get the people what they want, right? But I'm just getting this bigger energy that there are other little things that are going to be happening throughout this month that are going to make you really happy. Things are going to come together. The things that you want for your work are going to come together. But I know that you're not worried about that because you're like, I'm a Taurus. Like, if I put my mind to it, then it's going to be successful. That's not the problem. This is the only thing. What is that? What's that song? Maybe it's Beyonce. This wasn't the original song, but the Beyonce Mind song works. It's just like, I know I've been no rest at the kingdom. Got all that I want, and all I want is you. It's like, I know that I can have everything that I want. I have everything else. All I want is you. And that's why your focus is there, because you feel like that's the only person that's missing, but they're not missing. They're not missing. They're just off at war. They're off at combat. You have to let them come back as the 6 of Wands. That means the world to them. It means more to them than it does to you. You don't understand. But just watch out for those other God winks. Watch out for those other little blessings that are going to come your way this month, because Spirit does understand that this person has been, quite the job. And I was taking off because I got mending here. There's just been so much work. This person's super powerful. There's a huge transformation that's above them. And when they tell you who they are and what they've been through, what they've gone through, I mean, even if your mouth is still going to be on the floor, because this comes from childhood, because this person has such, a big thing to do, right? And so that comes from a lot of break, so they can experience those and walk amongst those, you know, who need their guidance most, because I feel like this person in their own way is a healer. So they've had to mend a lot of their stuff, and that's why they need somebody strong and steady like you know, because they have been so up and down. Yin, what I was saying, they are the masculine, you are the feminine. This is your divine counterpart. And they're seeking this, but they know they don't deserve it right now. They can't handle it. They can't treat it the way that it needs to be treated. They can't nurture it. They can't provide. And this also goes about healing your own, mending your own feminine energy. Self-love, okay? Did we do this deck yet? I don't think we did this deck. You'll love it. You'll love it. That's good. You'll love it. First card that we had, and it came up face up just like this. A new romantic cycle is coming, and I love all this pink. I love all this pink. It's so pretty. It's so feminine. You're so feminine. You're so pretty, even if you're masculine. But you're going to be feeling so good. But again, I do want to be called that this is a cycle. They have not completely finished theirs yet. But it's coming. Got nothing will come of this situation. And a fiery climax approaches. Nothing's going to come of you worrying it or forcing it. Like I said earlier, nothing's going to come of that. You know, like I don't have to beat you over the head with that again. Because who wants to hear it again? But Spirit wants you to, the Spirit wants you to know. And a fiery climax approaches. It's coming to a head. And there's so much passion here. I started with that earlier. A lot of wand energy. You know, there's so much passion here. And a lot of it has to deal with this person's ego. I don't think that you have this. You don't have this ego problem, which is why you don't understand what it is. But like, they're just like, no, you don't understand what this means to me. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to trust them. You just have to trust that they're working on it and all the other stuff. And then when it comes again, like it is a fiery climax. And again, I really feel like this could happen very quickly when we saw that King of Wands. I'm at that Knight of Wands to the Nine of Cups. It's a quick energy. It's a quick, you sign that contract and then it dissipates again, but you're locked in. And I feel like that's a lot of you. That's what a lot of you were just looking for. Like, am I locked in? Oh, you're locked in. All right. This person locked you in. We saw that Devil in that Soulmates card. That's not an energy to be played with. Like, trust me. And that's probably why it's so frustrating with this person, because they like, just got Twilight. They imprinted on you. You know what I'm saying? They left their mark and they're leaving it now, even on the spiritual realm. So it's just like, even if you wanted to pursue someone else, there's a blockage there. Like something, it'll be something crazy every time, because this person is like, they have marked you with their scent. They're just like, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Just wait, you know? So we got, oh, I love this. Goose, inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Talked about traveling. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry. You are blessed. Let yourself fly. Okay? And I feel like friends are important, because friends, not that like you're using your friends or anything, but your friends are going to be able to provide you with an outlet of not just worrying about this person and not worrying about work. They're going to be your middle. They're your bridge. They're your bridge between the intensity of this relationship and a break from your work. You have awesome friends. You have great friends. They love you and they need you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like some of you guys have just been so wrapped up in trying to figure out what this is. And again, with those cards, it makes sense. It's intense. This isn't anything. When you're dealing with your divine counterpart, it's going to be intense. You're going to be obsessive with it, right? But it's you probably kind of retreated from your friends. Now they want you back. Now it's time for you to step back in the scene. It's time for you to pick yourself back up. I mean, obviously, like, you could, this is just not, you know, I'm back into it, but you know, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things because winter's over. Winter is freaking over. The ice is melting, and that's what I've been waiting for. And now it's springtime. It's that Ace of Wands. And so your friends are going to be able to help you reestablish yourself and get to know yourself. And again, it's going to inherently make you more attractive, okay? And then last but not least, we got Bison, abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. And interestingly enough, I'm really getting that this is the mutual energy between the two of you. I feel like abundance will be granted to you guys. Like I said, once you guys get y'all's materials together and you really are able to build up the towers that we were talking about earlier, it's going to be filled with abundance. That's not going to be a problem. You guys, your manifestation, the power that you have, the goals that you have, the things that you're going to be able to create for each other is going to be more than enough for what you need. And you get to set that expectation. If you're just like, I want my house with a white picket fence, then you'll have the house with the white picket fence and be able to rent out in a condo, you know. But if you want to be like, I'm trying to be Beyonce and Jay-Z, then you can accomplish that too. It just, whatever you guys decide to set your intention on, you will be filled with that abundance. But I also feel like through the storm, right? Through the storm, and I forgot that this card mentioned storm, but through this storm, you guys realize again the prayer of the understanding of gratitude and prayer, just like this card says. That's why this person has been brought to their knees, so they can get in alignment, right? That was the death of ego, so they can understand prayer and gratitude. So you got to let them complete their cycle. You got to let them handle their biz. And like I said, by April, May, it's a wrap. You guys will be in my comment section. You guys will be in my comment section. April, May. You can hold me to it. Shit. You can hold me to it. Because I feel April, May, things are really going to start picking up because this person is going, their coin's going to be correct. It's bigger than that. It's more than that because there's so much inner childhood. Yeah, I'm being pulled to the mending card. And it could be stuff from childhood that they're overcoming. But it's just like the fears that they had from childhood, the fears that they had from before they met you, the relationships before you, they made... All they were was my mom says it all the time, all you are is a combination of your choices. They looked at that. They didn't like it. It was freaking shitty. And so now they got to clear up all that shit. But what's doing that, their vessel to that is making that money, okay? So that is what I got for you, Taurus. Again, thank you so freaking much for your continued support. I hope that this resonated. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out my... not even subscription. Check out the description box below so you can book a reading with me. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. Peace, guys. Until next time.